Thank you very much, Mrs. Williams, for a wonderful song, and Father Karam for a very uplifting prayer. A pleasant good morning once more to you, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to start this ceremony by welcoming the Honorable Minister, Fidel Grant, who is representing the Honorable Prime Minister and the Minister of Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture, and National Food Security, the Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Citizens, Senior Security, Dominicans with Disability, Honorable Mrs. Melissa Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disability, Ms. Cesarina Paul, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer, Mr. Jules Pascal, Country Coordinator of SKY, Father Nigel Karam, Parish Priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral Parish, other members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors and facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening audience, members of the media, and of course, our very important graduates of the 48th Youth Skill Training graduation. Today, we have gathered here for the first ever Youth Skill Training Program virtual graduation ceremony. We are pleased that you are able to join us from your desired locations to celebrate the achievement of all our graduates. It is with great pride and honor to stand here as part of a team in the midst of many new and repeating challenges. Today's event is a reflection of our young people's determination, focus, and positive mindset, which is the key in completing this journey. This demonstrates capabilities of rising beyond and above expectations. My warmest congratulations to all of you. We take this opportunity today to celebrate you and celebrate with you the graduating trainees of the 48th Youth Skill Training graduation, and welcome all those present, both physically and online, to provide support in your progress. We do hope you enjoy our ceremony. To continue our ceremony, I'd like to invite our Acting Chief Youth Development Officer, Ms. Cesarina Paul, to provide us with the status report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Honorable Fidel Grant, representative of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Green and Blue Economy, Agriculture, and National Food Security. Honorable Melissa Skerrit, parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Dr. Addis King, our Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Mrs. Sylvanie Burton, our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Mr. Jules Pascal, Sky Country Coordinator, and I dare say, of course, our former Chief Youth Development Officer back in the days when I was young. Father Nigel Carab, Parish Priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral Parish. Other members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors, facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening audience, members of the media, and very importantly, our graduates of the 48th Youth Skills Training Program, or the Youth Skills Training graduation. Good morning again, and let me take this time to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, you all don't want it, right? All right, I thought so. Everybody's so quiet and poised. It's all good, but it's a new year, smile and be happy. It gives me great pleasure this morning to present to you the 48th graduation ceremony status report of the Youth Skills Training Program. The 40th graduation ceremony of the Youth Skills Training Program represents 39 years of social and economic empowerment of Dominican youth through the timely and efficiently managed facility, which has become a household name in Dominica. Today, we celebrate the achievements of 57 young people, 14 males and 43 females, who successfully completed training in 4 modules during the period of March to September of 2021. Towards the thrust to increase youth participation in the ever-advancing information and communication technology sector, 5 males and 43 females completed 4 months training in computer literacy. 1 young man and 6 young women instructed by Mrs. Carla Matthew at Calls in Portsmouth. 8 young ladies instructed by Miss Ayana Mitchell at the Wesley Youth Resource Center, and 4 young men and 29 young women instructed by Mrs. Mariana Sanford, Miss Mukwan Paquette, and Mr. Leonard Green at the Roseau Computer Lab. The Youth Division continues to conduct employment opportunity assessments, what we call EOAs, throughout the various youth districts in order to provide the youth with opportunities which address their training and employment needs. During the months of May to September 2021, 9 young men successfully completed training in electrical wiring at the Grand Bay Youth Enterprise Center with guidance from instructor Mr. Vincent Gregoire. The May to September 2021 training programs were administered in collaboration with the Skills for Youth Employment, what we call SKY, in the Caribbean, under the 3-year Youth Skills for Economic Growth project in the 4 Windward Islands, funded by the government of the United Kingdom. The resumption of the Youth Development Division's programs following the passage of Hurricane Maria has been a major challenge, particularly for the Youth Skills Training Program and what we call our Youth Center Life Skills Program. More recently, though, the Skills Training Program suffered a further setback by the COVID-19 pandemic, as we could say, mainly everything in our nation. As a result, members of trainees per programs have been reduced in order to adhere to necessary public health COVID-19 protocols. We would like to express thanks to SKY in the Caribbean for the contribution of US $2,000 for the procurement of safety masks, automatic hand sanitizers, and infrared thermometers in September of 2020, which were also used during the last training cycle for which you graduate today. Notwithstanding the above-mentioned challenges, 72 trainees, that is 41 males and 31 females, have been selected to pursue training in the following youth skills training modules which are on the way. Computer literacy, and that is happening in 4 locations, namely the Layu Emergency Resource Center, Calls, the center where adolescents learn to love and serve at Portsmouth, the Roseau Computer Lab, and the Wesley Youth Center, the Wesley Youth Resource Center. We also have auto mechanics at the Grand Bay Youth Enterprise Center, building maintenance at the Dominica State Prison, stonewall construction at the Layu Emergency Resource Center, hospitality arts at Calls in Portsmouth, construction skills at the Marigot Youth Center. These trainings are expected to culminate at the end of February 2022. Additionally, some 9 trainees are acquiring building maintenance training at the Rosa Youth Center. While the Youth Division focuses on skills, cultivation, and enterprise development and promotion, much emphasis is placed on the holistic formation of our young people. We recognize the importance of one's psychosocial development, thus life skills such as self-esteem and leadership development, citizenship, remedial literacy and numeracy, health and family life education, office etiquette, and social skills and business awareness form an integral aspect of what we offer our clientele in the skills training program. This unique approach strongly differentiates the Youth Skills Training Program from others. Further, it equips our trainees with skills for the world of work, skills for life. In order to make an informed assessment of the program's impact on past trainees and graduates, the division conducts periodic tracer studies. This is one of the instruments used to guide our service delivery strategy. It provides relevant data, particularly on the graduate's employment, on the employment status following completion of the program. The next tracer study is due very soon and should be carried out within good time. Meanwhile, a glimpse of tracer studies conducted over the years indicated that approximately 45% of past trainees gained employment following completion of their respective training modules. This fact confirms why the Youth Division continues to place much focus on the 39-year-old Youth Skills Training Program as its flagship program. During the past 39 years, 8,317 Dominicans have been trained in almost 100 disciplines under the Youth Skills Training of 213 per annum, with an average employment generation of 96 jobs per annum. Given the level of competition from other training providers and the realities of the work environment, it is evident that the Youth Skills Training Program has and continues to make the desired impact on the social and economic development among our young men and women in Dominica. Recently, the Youth Development Division embarked on a move to upgrade the certification level of the Youth Skills Training Program to the National and Caribbean Vocational Qualification, that is NVQ and CVQ. Accordingly, the staff and instructors of the Youth Development Division have been trained and assessed in competency-based education and training and are awaiting certification. Profound gratitude is extended to consultant Abraham Dura for his expertise in facilitating the CBET training and the assessment of our officers and our instructors. Another aspect of the division's approach to youth development, which has contributed to the success of its program over the years, is the strong collaboration with strategic partners whose work and commitment we appreciate. The division's most recent partner is the Maria Holder Memorial Trust, which is a United Kingdom charity. Through this new partnership, we are happy to report that the rehabilitation work of the Marigot Youth Center, which was destroyed by Hurricane Maria, has commenced and is ongoing. Presently, there are 5 young people, 4 males and 1 female, who are pursuing construction skill development through this project. Thanks to all those who have been part of the achievements of the Youth Skills Training Program for the past 39 years. Our Honorable Prime Minister and our Honorable Minister, our Permanent Secretary and staff of the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security and Dominicans with Disabilities, our devoted staff of the Youth Development Division, especially the hard-working skills training team, those small but very abled, and our skills training instructors, dedicated, the district health teams, the staff of the cooperative division, staff of administration of calls, our various business skills instructors, health and family life and office etiquette facilitators, the Dominica Social Security, our corporate partners and various government departments and non-governmental organizations and agencies who continue to open their doors to provide our young people with on-the-job training opportunities which enhance their marketability. At today's graduation ceremony, we will present special awards to 5 trainees who excelled in their respective modules. We extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of you, and of course, we wish you all success. Finally, to you, our dear graduates, those of you viewing us, unfortunately, you can't be with us. We miss you. And those of you who are in the room, would like to say to you that the Youth Development Division has brought you one step closer to your goal. It is your responsibility now to build on this foundation and to remain steadfast in your quest towards self-actualization and professional advancement. On behalf of the Chief Youth Development Officer, Mr. John Roach, who is currently on vacation, and all our staff, our hard-working, dedicated, and committed staff of the Youth Development Division, we extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of you. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. May your future paths be directed by the wisdom of God. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, allow me to bid you a Happy New Year, greetings, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ms. Paul, for your in-depth and thorough narrative and statistical status of the skill training program. And now we will break for a performance by Ms. Tasha Peltier, otherwise known as entertainer Tasha P, who is going to grace us with some entertainment.
Good morning to everybody. This one is one to inspire, a special request by one of the members of staff of the Youth Division. And I really just want to say congratulations to the many young people who have succeeded through this training program, and I look forward to hearing more about it. So. You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can fight the fighter, but I see it in you, and we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, and I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, and we do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the wave, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you, When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains. We're gonna walk it out. And I'll rise up. I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up. I will do it 1,000 times again. For you. For you. For you. For you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Peltier, and it was very lovely. Even in the midst of challenges, we can improvise and make things happen. And to continue in this trend of thought, and of course, continue with our program, we want to listen to some of our young people, first-hand experiences of what they went through within the 4 months of training. We will bring forward 4 trainees from the various centers who's going to give testimonials of the program and give us an indication of what is happening, which will also be an opportunity for the people out there who are thinking of getting engaged in a skill training program to do so immediately. So we're going to start off first with Miss Diana Charles, who completed computer literacy in the Roseau Computer Center. Let's give her a hand of applause.
Good morning to the Honorable Fidel Grant, representative of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security. Honorable Melissa Skerritt, Parliamentary Representative for Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Seniors Security, and Dominicans with Disability. Mrs. Burton, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Ms. Paul, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer. Mr. Jules Pascal, Sky Country Coordinator. Father Nigel Karam, Parish Priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral Parish. Other members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors and facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening audience, members of the media, very importantly, our graduates of the 48th USTP graduation. Success doesn't come overnight. It is the product of long-term diligence, determination, and perseverance. And this is what that has propelled me to be here today to share a short impression at the virtually held 48th graduation ceremony of the Youth Skills Training Program. I am honored to be given this opportunity. It was my frustration and anger of being idle and unemployed that led my good friend to tell me about the Skills Training Program offered by the Youth Development Division. It was my hunger for success and gaining a skill that pushed me through the 4.5 months of the computer literacy program, and to date, it was the best decision I've ever made. The technical programs offered, along with the social and related skills component, is what young individuals like me needs to be successful individuals in the working world. I have, and I am sure that my fellow trainees can agree with me with the many benefits obtained for the program. These include, but are not limited to, building our self-confidence as individuals, the importance of punctuality, attendance and attire, the advantage of learning a skill, obtaining certification, and the possibility of gaining immediate employment, just to name a few. It is also important to note that the Youth Skills Training Certificate is accepted at all public and private establishments in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and it is also recognized regionally and internationally. Let me take the opportunity to extend gratitude and thanks on behalf of the other trainees and myself to some individuals and institutions that made the program possible. The government of Dominica, the public and private sectors, the office staff of the Youth Division for coordinating the trainings and ensuring everything is copacetic. Our instructors at the Rosa Computer Training, Miss Paquette, Mrs. Stanford, and Mr. Green for teaching us on a daily basis. The facilitators of the social and related skills for dedicating their time and patience, and the other partners who contributed and continue to support in one way or another during the skills training cycle. I urge and encourage everyone to enroll in one of the programs offered and take advantage of the opportunity to secure a spot for their future endeavors. God's blessings to the Youth Skills Training Program staff, the Youth Development Division, and the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Diana Charles. And we are going to call now Ms. Denise Diojean, who completed computer literacy in the Portsmouth Computer Literacy Program.
Honorable Fidel Grant, representative of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security, Honorable Melissa Skerritt, Parliamentary Representative, Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Mrs. Sylvanie Burton, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Ms. Kesarina Paul, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer, Mr. Jules Pascal, Sky Country Coordinator, Father Nigel Karam, Parish Priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral Parish, other members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors and facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening audience, members of the media, very importantly, our graduates of the 40th Youth Skills Training Program graduation, a pleasant good morning to you. I am indeed honored today to share with you briefly my short journey at the Youth Skills Training Program. It seems short by just stating the amount of months, but honestly, during the learning process, it felt like forever. I was informed of the program by the principal of the Calls Learning Center. I felt appreciative of the opportunity I had to be part of the program. I made a lot of sacrifices each day in order to attend all of my classes. This program brought along many benefits, especially during the Wednesday curricular social and related skills, which include social skills, business skills, health and family life skills, and business etiquette. The information from these sessions all contributed towards the growth and development of my personal small business. By completing this program, I have gained specific knowledge that will guide and help me to develop my personal skills. From being certified with the Youth Development Division Skills Training Program, this will serve as proof of a life skill that I have attained for further progress and positive development in life. I therefore encourage young individuals, even our elders who consider themselves as not being young, to position themselves and take advantage of this initiative to realize their future dreams. Speaking from experience, even though I was a graduated student of the Dominica State College, I still took the opportunity of this program, and indeed, I learned new things. I have not regretted the decision. We must take into consideration that learning is a daily cycle, and there is always something new to learn. I am taking this opportunity at this moment to urge the successful participants of the skills training program to show gratitude by telling others about the skills training program and by also utilizing the lessons learned in social and related skills in daily living. I would like to thank the government, the public and private sector, and other partners for supporting the initiative, and I encourage all of you to continue supporting the skills training program. I am also thanking the Youth Development for choosing me to give this impression. May God's blessings be with the skills training program, Youth Development Division, and all of us who are gathered here today and are viewing this ceremony on social media today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Bernice Diojean from the Portsmouth Computer Literacy. And we are calling on now Ms. Casmin Robin from the Wesley Computer Literacy Program to provide some impressions.
Honorable Fidel Grant, representative of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security. Honorable Melissa Skerrit, parliamentary representative of the Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Dennis King, Dennis King, Addis King, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Mrs. Sylvanie Burton, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Ms. Paul, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer. Mr. Jules Pascal, Parish Sky Country Coordinator. Father Nigel Karam, Parish Priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral Parish. Other members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors and facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening audience, members of the media, very importantly, our graduates of the 40th YSTP graduation. A pleasant good morning to everyone. Well, graduates, we made it. Think about how far we came as a team and individually. The journey was not easy, yet our hearts were prepared, and this guided our physical and mental growth. As young single parents, we thrived. As unemployed as well as employed youths, we thrived for excellence and nothing less. We strive to be better persons in this skill and also our attitudes. This opportunity for me surfaced through the invitation of the instructor of the Wesley Computer Literacy Training, Miss Ayana Mitchell. She contacted me and with some encouragement, subsequently enrolled me in the program. I must say that in my life experiences, there are not many people who would provide guidance like she did from that day. She was my guardian angel. Someone who did not only taught me technical skills, but attempted to answer all questions and concerns I had. This training program benefited me in many ways. I must say that I am now comfortable in manipulating computer system, hardware, and the software, along with completing tasks that was otherwise unfamiliar to me months before. However, it would be remiss of me if I did not mention the social and related skills aspect of the training. As a young mother of an infant daughter, I must say that these live sessions have seen me become stronger and wiser. The support from the facilitators, youth officers, and the encouragement from my classmates will always be an uplifting memory for me. It is my duty from now on to encourage persons out there, especially the youth, to please take advantage of this great opportunity. This is a wonderful start in the direction of positive growth. Never believe that it's too late, because with determination, you can make it. I thank the government of Dominica, the private and public sector, and other partners for their support to this program. I also encourage them to continue supporting this great initiative. And I will say today that this is what keeps the youth on track to setting positive goals. To the successful participants, I urge you to show gratitude by telling others about this program and to utilize your lessons learned in your daily lives. May God's blessing be with the Skills Training Program and the Youth Development Division. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Casmin Robin from the Wesley Computer Literacy Program. And for our final trainee or graduate here today, giving impressions, we're going to call Mr. Kinson Rock from the Grande Electrical Wiring Program.
Honorable Fidel Grant, representative of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security. Honorable Melissa Skerritt, Parliamentary Representative of Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Mrs. Sylvanie Burton, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Ms. Cesarina Paul, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer. Mr. Jules Pascal, Sky Country Coordinator. Father Nigel Karam, parish priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral Parish, other members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors and facilitators for the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening audience, members of the media, very importantly, our graduates of the 48th Youth Skills Training Program graduation. Pleasant good day to you, and thank you for coming out today. For those present here at the ceremony and fellow graduates who are viewing this ceremony online. Let me begin by expressing my many thanks to the Youth Development Division for giving me the opportunity to share a few words at this event today. I found out about the skills training program while shopping at one of the hardware stores in Roseau. I engaged in a conversation with one of the workers who hinted that he has a background in electrical wiring and has secured jobs in this area. This piqued my interest, and I proceeded to inquire further and sought to obtain more information on the availability of that skill on the island. He informed me that he completed a course at the Clifton Dupini Community College many years ago. However, he pointed me to the direction of the Youth Division Skills Training Program, electrical wiring. And without hesitation, that very same day, I got registered and prepared to begin my 4-month journey in electrical wiring. This program was a great experience for me, especially as this was an area that I am interested in and already begun part-time work with an electrician for over 2 years, which began while attending college. I was also determined to get written proof and certification that I can perform this skill. During this training, I was fortunate to learn new things about the trade and improve on some of the technical and social related skills that I already knew. I want to therefore thank and encourage the government of Dominica, the public sector, the private sector, and other partners to continue supporting the skills training program, because I know that being certified will help me and other young people like me in our development and open doors for more opportunities in the future. I also want to urge my fellow participants to apply the skills that we have learned and invite other young people to open up themselves to this opportunity. May God's blessings be with you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kinson Rock from the Grande Electrical Wiring, Ms. Benise Diojon from the Portsmouth Computer Literacy, Ms. Diana Charles from the Roseau Computer Literacy Training, and Ms. Casmin Robin from the Wesley Computer Literacy Training. I am certain that their short impression gave you some encouragement and of course gave you some insight to what our young people have to go through in completing our training program. So thank you very much, every one of y'all. At this time, we're going to call up front Mrs. Shamika Sorrendo Williams to sing one of our favorite songs at the Youth Development Division, Youth Power, which was put together, of course, by our staff of the Youth Development Division many years ago, and we're still going strong with it. It's a signature song of the Youth Division. So I'm going to call up front Mrs. Williams to sing this song with us. Let's give her a little.
Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I would like to first off congratulate all of the students who took part in the Youth Skills Training Program, and to let you know that your journey does not stop here, but you need to look at it as a stepping stone into becoming what it is you truly want to become in this life. Okay, so I'm going to do the Youth Power song, as she said.
to educate and train our minds, to contribute to leadership, to organize and stress our needs, our culture, work and sportsmanship, to demonstrate and to understand, to get involved and lend a hand. A future lies in us, the youth, a future built on love and truth. The future lies in us, the youth, a future built on love and truth. Let us then be up and doing, recognize man's dignity, still achieving, still pursuing, strive for peace and unity. In skills and arts we must stir and guide, for power lies in our cultural pride. The future lies in us, the youth, a future built on love and truth. For power lies in cultural pride, a future built on love and truth. A future built on love and truth. A future built on love and truth.
All right, thank you very much, Mrs. Williams. Did she do a fantastic job? And I'm sure the officers and staff members, both retired and those who are present, are very happy right now that our song's still going strong. Thank you very much, Mrs. Williams. And one of these people, I'm certain, is the next person that we're going to call up front, Mr. Jules Pascal. Yes. Mr. Pascal was the youth officer and, of course, the past Chief Youth Development Officer of the Youth Division for many years. But in his capacity as the SKY's country coordinator, and SKY represents Skills for Youth Employment in the Caribbean, we're going to call him up front to provide us with some remarks.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I want to congratulate you on the new version of Youth Power. I love it. And it is the anthem of the Youth Division. And I was tempted to say protocol established, but I will honor the people who are here at the head table. Honorable Fidel Grant, representing the Prime Minister, Dr. Addis King, Minister for Youth, and Honorable Melissa Scarrett, representing Parliamentary Representative of the Roseau constituency, Roseau Central. Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Burton, and Acting Chief Youth Development Officer, Ms. Cesarina Paul, other staff of Youth Division, Reverend Nigel Karam, and those of you viewing and listening at this time through the media, various media houses, and of course, the graduates who actually brought us here today. I express thanks to the PS and the CYDO for inviting me here today. It is a distinct pleasure for me to be afforded that opportunity to address particularly the young people at this important juncture in their lives. I say so not only as the Sky Country Coordinator, which is the position that I hold now, but because of my long association and involvement with youth development and training. It is over 38 years since I have been working with young people, and I can safely say that one of the best things that ever happened for youth development in Dominica is the implementation of the Youth Skills Training Program. This is because throughout the years, STP has been at the forefront of youth formation and development. And because of STP, I have had the privilege and the joy of seeing so many young people's lives changed for the better. And each of you graduates today, you should feel proud because STP has taken you thus far. And STP has been about technical, vocational education and training, complemented by social, remedial, what they call soft skills. And that is where the project, the SKY project, Skills for Youth Employment, becomes connected to a Youth Development Division. So many times people ask, what really is SKY? And what is its purpose? Actually, SKY is a 4-year project for technical vocational education and training in the Eastern Caribbean in 4 countries, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Grenada. The project actually started in 2018, and it would have been ending this year, 2022, but thankfully the British taxpayers, the British government, the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office has granted a 1-year extension, particularly because of the problems and the challenges that were experienced because of the COVID, the spread of COVID throughout the various islands and the world for that matter. So we are happy that we have been given that extension. What it does is that it allows those training providers, including the youth division, to continue the path that they have started for the development of our young people. And the objective of the program really is to develop relevant market skills among young people between the ages of 15 to 30. And I can tell someone I tried my very best to get them to extend that to 35 to keeping with our national youth policy. But that is the decision that was made, and the cutoff point is age 30. SKY is there to promote greater youth employment, greater productivity, and greater inclusiveness in the labor market, including better training and employment access for disadvantaged youth and young people with disabilities. The program is also intended to help improve the quality, the reach, and the sustainability of technical and vocational education and training in the 4 countries. As a training provider, Youth Development Division has been contracted by SKY to deliver training geared at developing a better skilled and more productive and inclusive workforce, and also in delivering certificated technical vocational education and training to about 1,600 young people. We hope to reach that number in Dominica, and overall in the Caribbean, some 6,000 young people. To date, on the SKY program, 529 have completed training, 441 have been assessed, and out of that, 304 have been certified. Through this partnership, SKY helps trainees to develop a strong work ethic and a range of soft skills, including personal communications, problem solving, time management, so that they can function effectively at the workplace. SKY also provides institutional strengthening support to the Dominica Technical Vocational Education and Training Council to improve their management and training capacity to deliver quality and quantity training, which is required in the workforce. So we are working diligently at this time to train assessors and verifiers who will ensure that the training delivered at the by the training providers will meet the required standards, so that upon completion, the young people who will have been trained would be awarded the NVQs, the National Vocational Qualification, or the CVQs, which is the Caribbean Vocational Qualification Certificates. That's the aim, and that's where we hope to end by the end of this program. What all this says is that SKY is concerned about you, the graduates, as young people, and through the collaboration with Youth Division, SKY has provided you with competency-based training so that you can make a difference in your life and in the workforce. SKY is committed to working with young people with disabilities to secure their inclusion in education, in training, and to enhance their opportunities for significant employment by making special provision for those from disadvantaged backgrounds. And in the SKY program, at least 10% of the places in all the training, by all the training providers, is supposed to be reserved for young persons with disabilities. In that regard, SKY has been promoting inclusiveness in the workforce and has undertaken several initiatives locally and regionally for the significant inclusion and employment of our young people with disabilities. We have had several forums, several focus group discussions with young persons with disabilities, and we are also soon going to have a series of panel discussions. Again, we have engaged employers, employer organizations, national training agencies, training providers, and employers themselves to discuss the whole question of including young people who have disabilities in the workforce. Another initiative that is presently being pursued is that SKY is providing financial support to a training provider which is interested in developing its institution as a center of excellence to address the institutional, attitudinal, and environmental barriers that prevent young people from being trained and entering the workforce, that is young people with disabilities. And I can say that, as far as I know, SKY is offering some $50,000 to our training provider who would be asked to prepare a proposal to submit that, and I do hope that Youth Development Division will take that opportunity and send in a proposal so that they may qualify for that grant to involve themselves in the inclusion process and develop a center of excellence for young persons with disabilities. To the graduates, 57 of you who are here either in this room or viewing via the media, we at SKY are pleased to and proud of your achievement, and equally happy that the SKY program had a role to play in your development. However, let me be quick to remind you that receiving a certificate or graduating today is not the end, but rather the beginning. This is the doorway to further and higher education, an opening to further training, and the pathway to wage or self-employment. It is imperative that you understand where you are now and you pursue your purpose in life. And what you have to further do is to fulfill that purpose. As an author and speaker, Mike Dooley said, and I quote, "Life is not about expecting, hoping, and wishing. It is about being and becoming." But you'll only become if you put into practice what I consider very practical advice from Arthur Ashe, one of America's greatest tennis players. And I quote, "You have to start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can." And I have seen many STP graduates become someone of status, someone of class, someone of integrity. And like one of our former youth officers, a Calypsonian, said at one of our programs, Youth Division Skills Training Program, he said that in a Calypso, Youth Division Skills Training Program can change someone from being a kakarot to an aristocrat. Finally, if you don't remember anything from what I have said today, I urge you to remember this. Whatever you do, remember the Creator and don't make the mistake of having Him out of your life. Secondly, it is only you. And I quote an anonymous poem. It is only you. A person can make you high. A person can make you feel low. But only you can decide which way you want to go. A person can hurt you mentally. A person can hurt you physically. But only you can place a limit on your abilities. A person can cause drama. A person can cause a situation. But only you can create your own reputation. A person can make you laugh. A person can make you cry. But only you can make decisions for your life. It's all up to you. Take it or leave it, it's up to you. And I wish you all the best. And may God guide you on your journey in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jules Pascal, Country Coordinator of the SKY Project, and of course, for your insightful remarks and by being instrumental in the youth development of Dominica. At this moment, again, we're going to welcome Ms. Tasha P. To do another performance for us to kind of keep us young and lively this morning.
Okay, before I start, I know everybody is happy to have made it to 2022. I've never performed this song at a podium before, but it was a special request so you can feel a little more, relaxed, and everybody's listening to all the speeches, and I understand I'm going to try to stay contained behind this podium. If not, and I move, I promise not infiltrate your space. But feel free to sing along, even if you're wearing your masks, and be comfortable. Special request from the youth division, so I really hope that this is as entertaining as it should be. I said I'm going to try it.
Diddy daddy whoa, oh oh oh, oh oh oh, oh oh oh. You get that job you wanted so badly. You're equipped with education and personality. In the future you see upward mobility. Early to work and late to leave. doing what it takes to succeed. But promotion is for backbiters and the party supporters. Whoa, you're disappointed, yet still committed. Hoping one day you will get promoted. You can sing the chorus, there we go. Like you on a treadmill, putting all the effort, giving all the time, but you are just standstill. You ain't moving, whoa, on a treadmill. Your legs are moving, your body's working, but you are just standstill. You ain't going nowhere. They should tell you early, they don't want you, they don't need you, or they prefer somebody else. Or you better sing with Master Man. Entertainment, did daddy word. Oh, 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 oh. You're in love with that special someone you consider a lifelong companion. The question is, does that someone love you? You try your best to do things right. You try your best to satisfy. Then you realize your best is never good enough. Whoa, you still keep working. You still keep working. But it's like a greasy pole. You blind it. I can hear you sing for your man. Sing a song like you wanna. Putting all the effort, giving all the time, but you are just. That's it. You ain't moving. Whoa, on a treadmill. Your legs are moving, your body's working, but you are just. You ain't going nowhere. They should tell you early. They don't want you. They don't need you. But they prefer somebody else. That's it. Boom. I tell them that I tried it. Whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. You are an artist in the music industry, trying to gain respect in your country, and it's time to be known internationally. Writing, composing, recording, performing, sacrificing, hustling, still be contracts for the artist promoters imported. Whoa, you still keep working. Do what you say. Hoping the next contract for music is fire. Look trouble and like you wanna. Putting all the effort, giving all the time, but you are that. You can move and sing a song on a treadmill. Your legs are moving, your body's working, but you are just still. You are going nowhere. They should tell you early. They don't want you. They don't need you. Sing a song, or they prefer somebody else. Thank you.
All right, I felt like I wanted to jump all around Rosa this morning and forget about COVID. But thank you very much, Miss Peltier, Tasha P, for this wonderful active song. I felt it, and I'm sure I heard a lot of I saw a lot of dancing, Father, in the crowd. I saw Father jumping up in his seat. All right, thank you very much. This is what our young people do. We can't just have speeches, we need to mix it up. Of course, thank you again, both entertainers. You were wonderful. And you all have been parts of the family of the Youth Development Division in one training or the other and other aspects. So thank you very much. Now to grace us with our presence here this morning, we are going to call on a young person too, young lady, the Honorable Minister in the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, and Senior Securities and Dominica Living with Disabilities, Honorable Dr. Addis King, who will be addressing the graduating trainees and us here this afternoon. Welcome.
Honorable Fidel Grant, representative of the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Blue and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security. Honorable Melissa Skerritt, parliamentary representative of the Roseau Central constituency. Mrs. Silvani Burton, permanent secretary of the Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Seniors Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Ms. Cesarina Paul, Acting Chief Youth Development Officer. Mr. Jules Pascal, Sky Country Coordinator. Father Nigel Karam, Parish Priest of Our Lady of Fairhaven Cathedral. Members and staff, members of staff of the Youth Development Division, instructors and facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators from our partner agencies, invited guests, our viewing and listening audience, members of the media, and our graduates. A pleasant good day to all of you. I must say it is indeed amazing that despite the last year's challenges brought about by COVID-19, and especially the rising cases in the second half of the year, that we are able to celebrate our 57 young people who have weathered the storm and are receiving their certificates today. We as a nation are truly blessed by God. Today, we celebrate 57 young people, 14 young men and 43 young women who have successfully completed training in the modules of computer literacy and electrical wiring during the months of March to September 2021. I wish to see some more young men in the future graduations. Youth remains a priority for this Labour Party administration. As we build dynamic Dominica, our young people remain very important in achieving our goals in creating a resilient country. Over the years, 8,317 Dominicans have benefited from the various youth skills training programs facilitated by the Youth Development Division. This investment in our youth has not only been beneficial to our young people, but it has also provided most needed skills in our workforce. Government remains cognizant of the important role that the youth skills training plays in the economic and social development of our young people. This is why we have made concerted efforts to upgrade these initiatives to better meet the needs of our Dominican youth in the 21st century, as was factored in the 2021-2022 national budget. I wish to commend the Youth Development Division for the excellent work it has been doing with the Youth Skills Training Program over the past years. On behalf of the government of Dominica, I wish to express our gratitude to the government and the people of the United Kingdom for assistance in funding these programs through the collaboration with the Skills for Youth Employment Sky in the Caribbean under the 4-year Youth Skills for Economic Growth project in our 4 Windward Islands. Under this project, approval was received for a grant in the amount of £165,000 to facilitate the training of 250 young people by the Youth Development Division by June 2022. Mr. Pascal, I was very happy for many of the things that you said today. First of all, I'd like to thank you and Sky for the 1-year extension. I know we will make great use of it. I would also wish to commit as the Minister not only of Youth Development and Empowerment, but the Minister for Dominicans with Disabilities to tell you my ministry is already committing to work with you in helping our Dominicans with disabilities, our young people, to find a place in the workplace as we try to achieve leaving no one behind. So please, I wish very soon, I know my PS will be contacting you to discuss what you have presented here to us. Thank you. My ministry is grateful for the continued support of those institutions who continue to provide our young people with this opportunity and experience. Young people, I appeal to all of you to take advantage when opportunities that ensure your future development are presented to you. Use them to market yourselves and build on your resumes for prospective job opportunities. During the past 18 years, the Youth Division, through the Dominica Youth Business Trust, has also been providing training and employment opportunities for our young people. Since its inception in 2004, 555 young people have benefited from the Small Business Assistance Facility, which targets young people who are already in business. 340 young people have benefited from the Entrepreneurship Development Program, which targets young people aspiring to become entrepreneurs. 74 young women and 100 young men have benefited from the Loan Guarantee Facility, with loan disbursement amounting to over $4 million. And 97 entrepreneurs have benefited from the mentorship program. This administration has also provided additional opportunities for our youth through policy decisions. The National Employment Program has provided job placement for several young people, providing them with much needed job experience. Over 100 young people have benefited from the housing grant for first-time homeowners aged 40 and under. Very soon, we will see the launching of the 3rd cohort of the Work Online Dominica through the Ministry of Digital Economy, which since its inception has trained over 100 young Dominicans and resulted in a high rate of online job opportunities for them. This is just to name a few of the many initiatives put in place with the youth in mind. We continue to achieve much, even during these challenging times. However, as a nation, we need the help of every Dominican. The government, under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, has been proactive in the fight against COVID-19. We have provided the vaccines for everyone 12 years and over. We have provided guidance through our Ministry of Health, protocols we need to follow to prevent the spread of the virus. Ongoing education to the public has remained priority during this pandemic. I wish to encourage all of us to follow these protocols to protect ourselves and others. I especially urge all of us and all of you who haven't taken the vaccine to do so. The health and protection of every Dominican depends on each and every one of us. The vaccine works. Get vaccinated. As I end, on behalf of the government, I would like to express sincere gratitude to all those who have partnered with the Youth Skills Training Program in providing our young people with opportunities to redefine and reinvent their lives over the past years. Special thanks to the staff of the Youth Development Division, the instructors, the facilitators, and our corporate partners. Thanks for your invaluable contributions and your continued commitment to our youth. Congratulations to the 57 graduates. I applaud your determination to equip yourselves for the constantly changing work environment. Let me encourage you to continue seeking and making efforts to develop your skills and competencies. This will be an added advantage in the job market. Rest assured that my ministry and this Labour Party government is committed to your continued development. Best wishes and Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Minister, Honorable Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment, Dr. King, for your encouraging words and also to recognize our young people and your pledge to continue supporting us at the Youth Development Division Skill Training Program, and also right at the podium seeking partners, or at least continued relationship with our partners to ensure the successful continuation of this life-changing initiative. Thank you very much. At this moment, we're going to call on the representative of the Prime Minister here, Mr. Fidel Grant, who will address us this afternoon. Mr. Grant.
Good morning, everyone. Before I begin, let me apologize for the absence of the Honorable Prime Minister, who had prior commitments, but sends his congratulations to all the graduates this morning. The Honorable Dr. Addis King, the Minister responsible for youth, the member for Roseau Central, Honorable Skerritt, Ms. Sylvanie Burton, Permanent Secretary, Ms. Paul, Chief Development Officer Acting, Mr. Jules Pascal, Country Coordinator Sky, Father Karam, staff of the Youth Division, instructors and facilitators of the Youth Skills Training Program, facilitators and partner agencies, invited guests, viewing and listening public, members of the media, and very importantly, the graduates here this afternoon. But before I begin, let me just say congratulations to one of my own constituents, Ms. Casmin Robin, who presented here today. And some of the skills that she has learned through this program has empowered her to be the supervisor of the National Employment Program, where she oversees employment of over 50 young persons. On behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerritt, I want to wish everyone here today a blessed and productive 2022. May you and your families be blessed with the best of health and all good things you wish for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, congratulations. We're extremely proud as we celebrate with you here today, 27 young men and women across Dominica. Today is your day. Give yourselves a pat on the back because you have accomplished a milestone that places you to reap bountiful harvest. We are indeed proud that in a year where the world experienced uncertainty, hopelessness, job cuts, threat to livelihoods, 14 young men and 43 young women in Dominica were able to successfully complete 4 months of training which will empower them to create their own jobs, to sustain themselves, training which will prepare them for a balanced life and career growth, training which will prepare them to persevere and remain focused, even in the midst of a pandemic. So today, our government highly commends all 57 of you who are graduating here today. We are extremely proud of the efforts of the Minister and Permanent Secretary of Youth, and I would just like to commend the Honorable Dr. Addis King for her leadership thus far. We recognize that our economy is being tested in many ways by natural disaster, global recession, and most recently, the dreaded COVID-19 pandemic. Nonetheless, we continue to persist in efforts to rise above these challenges, to make the lives of every citizen decent and meaningful. We want our citizens to thrive, especially our youth. This is why in 2020-21 financial year, we allocated over $1 million for grants for $10,000 to new homeowners for those who are under 40. This program was extended again for the financial year 2021-2022. We introduced a number of measures and incentives for agro-processors and manufacturers. In the 2020 fiscal year, we removed the VAT and import duties for packaging and machinery. By all reports, these measures were welcome, and many are taking advantage and enjoying much benefit. We want to assure you that your government continues to create an environment where our young people can find jobs, explore innovation and creativity. In that regard, over 70 million will be invested in the digital economy, thereby expanding the reach of our young people. At present, the government is in the process of partnering with Clear Harbor to create a call center at Picard, Portsmouth, which we anticipate will be employing over 150 young persons in the first instance, with plans to expand shortly thereafter to employ additional people. We encourage all of you to take advantage of such opportunities as they open many doors for you and your family. Further, with the construction of several five-star hotels and the steady progress towards an international airport and the enhancement of our tourist product, there is room for further training, which will lead to additional employment options for Dominicans across the length and breadth of this, our beautiful nature isle. Young people, it is our solemn commitment to explore every option available to us as a government to create opportunities for you. But we cannot do it alone. We need you to join us in this effort to build this nation, to work diligently with purpose for the love of country. Skills development is a great start, but when acquired, we must utilize for good for self and others. We commend the efforts of the Youth Division to empower thousands of Dominicans over the years. That is why, in our 2021-2022 budget, we catered for increased stipends and other necessary amenities to make the training experience for our young people more comfortable. With that, we must encourage all those participating in those trainings to ensure that you do not squander such provisions, being made for you even at a time when the world economy is suffering. This government is happy to partner with the distinguished organizations that are willing to contribute to the nation's good. We applaud the efforts and the partnership with the government and the people of the United Kingdom for providing funding for these programs through the collaboration with the Skills for Youth Development, SKY, in the Caribbean. Under the 3-year program, Youth Skills and Economic Growth Project in the 4 Windward Islands will be implemented. And I would just like to say thanks to Mr. Jules Pascal and his team for the extension of this program. We also applaud the efforts and commitment of the Maria Holder Memorial Trust Fund, which is also committing to the development of our young people and its work on the Margot Youth Center among several education institutions here on Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, allow me once again to congratulate all our young people graduating here today from the Skills Training Program. On behalf of the Honorable Prime Minister and all my cabinet colleagues, I wish you all the success in your future endeavors. Let us continue to build our nation with love and unity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of the Blue, Green and Green Economy, Agriculture and National Food Security, Mr. Fidel Grant. Thanks for your inspiring word here this afternoon, and also recognizing the effort and development of our young people, and of course, your first-hand experience with even our young people within your constituency. I also want to thank you for continue to seek opportunities and avenues for our young people, and it is our hope that the young people in our nation can embrace this opportunity for their development. Thank you very much. Okay? At this moment, we are going to present. It's a different way. Normally we call our young people up for certificates, but this afternoon at this virtual ceremony, we are going to present our trainees virtually. Okay, and we're going to do so by calling the names, and their photos will be displayed on the screen. And also be broadcasted for our young people who are viewing on the media. So we will commence with the computer literacy. Computer literacy in Wesley, and these trainees participated throughout the period of the 22nd of March 2021 to 31st of July 2021, instructed by Miss Ayana Michelle. Richnell Paris, Casmin Robin, Dane Sylvester, Jessica Collier, Mara Luke, Madison Warrington, Colin Stevens, and Kiana Davis. We move on to the Portsmouth Computer Literacy Training, which was during the period 22nd of March 2021 to 31st July 2021, instructed by Ms. Carla Matthew. Bernice Diogène, Diana Delver, Joanne Williams, Mala Fagan, Rolencia Elise, Glenn Gardier, Quinson Zephyr. From the Roseau Computer Literacy Program, within the period 22nd of March 2021 to 31st of July 2021, instructed by Mrs. Mariana Sanford, Ms. McQuan Packett, and Mr. Leonard Green. The following trainees: Vernell Lafleur, Roisha De Gallery, Ronisha Abraham, Lenise Hill, Kwame Tavernier, Kathleen Polidor, Kalisha Laura, Kayla Bellot, we seem to be having a little bit of technical difficulties. Please indicate to me when you're ready. Okay, all right, thank you. And to those in the audience, we are really trying to do things as perfect as possible, but please understand. Okay, so we continue with the rules of computer literacy trainees. Here we have Kayla Bellot, Hermina George Delsall, Ion Carbon, Desira Durand, Diana Charles, Rosamond Laura Austri, Renitha Joseph, Sharonda Minette, Adeline St. Fleur, Colleen Horn, Natori Layton, Sari Warrington, Leandra George, Yolande Christopher, Aliana Birmingham, Ashanti Aline, Kurt Deschaussee, Kurdisha Antoine, Natasha Anselm, Mary Victorine, Sabrina Shillingford, Tamisha Benjamin, Dwanella James, Tari Azuz, Cassie Isaac, and Josiah Cado. We move on to our electrical wiring, which was undertaken at the Granby Youth Center from the 4th of May 2021 to the 30th of September 2021, instructed by Mr. Vincent Gregoire. Kinson Rock, Javen Martin, Jamie Williams, Alpheus Maxim, Kuchad Gist, Delroy Liverpool, Jodel Samuel, Casey Ansel, and Kieron Frampton. Let us give a hand of applause for all the graduating students. And to those out there viewing, congratulations to each and every one of you. At this moment, we are going to call on stage at the front, six outstanding students from each of the modules to receive an award. And we are going to call on the Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment. I would also like Ms. Rowan to come and assist with this, and Mrs. Abraham, Mrs. Shillingford. So we are going to call your names, and we are asking the graduates who are present here to come up for your gift. From the Portsmouth Computer Literacy Training, we have Miss Benise Diojan. From the Rosa Computer Literacy Training, we have Diana Charles. From the Wesley Computer Literacy Training, we have Kathleen Robin. Mr. Kinson Rock from the Grande Electrical Wiring Module. Leandra George from the Rosa Computer Literacy Training. And Mary Victorine from the Rosa Computer Literacy Training. Thank you very much, trainees, and thank you very much, Minister. At this moment, we are going to call on Mr. Jules Pascal to present a certificate to one of our instructors. And he is Mr. Vincent Gregoire from the Grande Computer Literacy Training. Sorry, that's Grande Electrical Wiring. Thank you very much, Mr. Pascal, and thank you very much, Mr. Gregoire. Thank you very much, wonderful audience, and those who are in person, and of course those who are viewing online. Again, it was a wonderful ceremony. I must thank everyone for that. And we are doing a last presentation of some tokens to some people in there, and we're going to call first on the minister representing the Prime Minister of Dominica and also the Minister of the Blue and Green Economy, Mr. Fidel Grant, and to present him with our fruit basket, I'm going to call on Mr. Kinson Rock to do so. Next, we will be presenting one to our minister, and I would like to call Ms. Diana Charles to do so. Thank you very much, Diana. Thank you very much, Minister. We would like to call on the parliamentary representative for the Roseau Central constituency, Mrs. Melissa Skerritt, to receive a token from us, and we are going to call on Miss Mary Victorine. Thank you very much, Ms. Victorine and Mrs. Karen. And finally, we are going to call on Ms. Leandra George. We are presenting a token to Father Karam. Father Karam, come up. Okay, thank you very much, Ms. George, Father Karam, and thank you very much, everyone who made it possible, those receiving and those who were providing, giving and receiving. At this moment, to conclude our ceremony here this afternoon, I'm going to call on Ms. Casmin Robin, who will deliver the vote of thanks.
I deem it a great honor and privilege to provide a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me, first off, start by giving the Almighty glory for making today's occasion a resounding success. On behalf of all the graduates of the Skills Training Program, I would like to extend our gratitude to the following individuals and institutions who have been supportive and who have been a source of strength in seeing us through this event. A heartfelt thank you to the Honorable Mr. Fidel Grant, representing the Prime Minister and providing encouraging words to us, the graduates. The Honorable Minister of Youth, Mrs. Addis King, the Acting Chief Youth Development Officer, Ms. Paul, Mr. Jules Pascal, Country Coordinator of SKY, the staff of the Youth Development Division, Honorable Ms. Melissa Skerritt, members of the private sector, the public sector, or the partners and or institutions who have supported the various training programs around the island, especially those who allowed us to receive work experiences at your offices, businesses, and or institutions. Instructors, social and related skills facilitators, including Ministry of Health, and the various health teams, drug prevention unit, adult education division, and the cooperative division. Thanks to you, the graduates, for your friendship and support during the training program, and I hope those friendships built will continue for a lifetime. To parents, guardians, loved ones, and all who provided for us during training, thank you as well. Thanks to the media for broadcasting the function live in order to reach graduates and well-wishers and show the positive engagements of the Dominican youths to the rest of Dominica. Thanks to the performers for your enjoyable entertainments. Thanks to all who contributed in one way or another to today's event. And may God's blessing be with you today and always. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Casmin, and thank you very much, everyone, for coming. The ceremony is ended. I know you all are waiting for more. Sit down, boys. Thanks a lot for this wonderful ceremony, and for those viewing virtually, thank you very much, and thanks for everything again. All right, have a blessed day.